Hello, my name is Danielle Armelin, and I'm going to be administrating a training video today on some of the most recent updates and cases that I feel will be effective in helping y'all continue to improve on your jobs. The staff needs to keep up to date on cases that will affect us on a daily basis. Sending this video is a good way for me to help you with your training versus having face-to-face conversations and whatnot. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email. We can go into detail about these cases if there's lack of understanding or anything to that point. The first case that I would like to discuss is Lang versus California. This was a Supreme Court level case. This is very important as far as patrol goes, because if a person decides to initiate criminal activity and go behind closed doors, this gives the police the permission to violate their constitutional right by following them in, basically. If someone is drinking and driving and they run from the police, you cannot avoid the drinking and driving charge by avoiding the situation. This was a recent update in 2021, and it was from Lang versus California. In California, the legal circumstances of him fleeing the police officer caused probable cause for them to go into his garage, arrest him, determine that he was drinking and driving. The officer was not wrong. The officer had to go on this way in efforts to prevent further criminal activity from occurring. The next case that I would like to discuss would be concerning Acts, the Act 501 and Act 617. This is having to do with more of the juvenile justice aspect, because the Act of 501, which was done in 2016, was that we joined, as Louisiana, joined 41 other states that say children who are 17 and below are just that, 17 and below. They are children. Children that end up in the juvenile system weren't always given the correct cards that they needed in life, so they may need a little help to evolve in society, but just because they make mistakes when their brain is still growing does not mean that we need to cancel them out and lock them up for the rest of their lives. State agencies need to produce the resources to help these children with their mental and even abuse services. The Act of 617, to me, in my opinion, is something that is very important, because all children need to be checked on, whether they're in the system, locked up. They need every few months to make sure that they are making the right changes. That's why they ended up here, was people weren't following through. People weren't worried, in most cases, not all. I think those are two good acts that we can read on and be familiarized with the verbiage in order to help these children, which is what we're here for. We care. We want to help these people. And training is exactly how we're going to do it. The last case that I'm going to discuss is the legal case of reoccurring situation of sexual harassment. In the past, we have had gender discrimination on police forces, as well as sexually assaulting females. On a police force, it's been brushed under a rug, it's paid away, there's been many settlements, but it still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't make the problem go away. The only way that we are going to improve the situation is by addressing it and not letting good old boy systems work as far as thinking that this kind of behavior is tolerated, as well as it will not be tolerated in this aspect as an administrator. So be sure that we are brushing up on any sexual harassment policies, sexual harassment training. Training is something that is very important if we are going to evolve as a department, as an administration. The employee lawsuits, the verbiage can be found on legal updates that we will be sending out, as well as be sure to brush up on the constitutional updates, juvenile justice updates with Justia. It is your responsibility to be informed. I am here to assist, as well as provide you with further information, but I need you to review this information and increase your level of professionalism in order to reduce the amount of hostile environments, whether it be pertaining with the juveniles, with other administration, or other police officers. Just know that we are here to help. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.